Hey guys, it's me, Monkey Chicken here, back with another freaking patch updates for Call of Duty Ghost. And this one is honestly the biggest one that we've ever seen. If you guys want proof, boom. That is all the updates that they did. I couldn't even scroll out big enough on the screen for it to fit it all. But anyways, let's go on and talk about the highlights and things that I think that are important to me and things that I think may be important to you guys. So that's how I do things. Let's go on and get started. So guys, the first thing that we're gonna go ahead and talk about is apparently there was a kill streak issue with search and destroy and search and rescue and blitz where they wouldn't maintain across rounds, which doesn't make sense to me. I think it has to be like an isolated incident because I play search and rescue not exclusively, but pretty much all of it. You know, I always play that. And I never really had that issue with specialists. Maybe it was like a rare issue or something, but apparently they fixed it. Next, they shortened the cooldown timer for clan versus clan. I don't play clan versus clan, but I know like a lot of people do, so I guess they shortened it, which is cool, because no one likes sitting in the lobby. Lobbies are boring. Next, they say that they made an extinction alien balance adjustments. And I don't know if they're just talking about like the game mode itself, or if they're actually talking about the aliens, and I don't know how they're adjusting them. It's not like they're a cakewalk, but it's not like they're too difficult. When you're by yourself, they're difficult, but when you have a team, it's not really that difficult, so I'm not too sure how they balanced it. Next, let's go on and talk about the new features. First and foremost, Heavy Duty has now been replaced with Gun Game. Me personally, my leave of absence for Call of Duty Ghost, I never played Heavy Duty, although a lot of people kind of liked it. Well, some of my friends liked it, some of them hated it because they couldn't use their snipers. But yeah, Gun Game's replacing it. I like Gun Game, so that's cool. Next, they added Hunted Free-For-All. I'm not too sure what the hunted part is. I know what free-for-all is, so you guys will have to let me know what the hell the difference between the two is. So, yeah. Next, they also added esports rules to clan versus clan, except for friendly fire, and 1 through 4 poisons can join now, which is cool. Next, they added heavy-duty health options to private matches. So, you know, if you guys wanted to, you know, simulate the long-lost, you know, now-gone heavy-duty feel of the game to private matches, now you can, which is pretty cool. Always like when they add more options to private matches, because private matches are pretty fun. Next, the most important one. I love this. They now freaking lowered the damage on the IED. I freaking hated the IED. It was like a little freaking packet of annoyance. People would just walk by and like, oh, there's a bush. Let me just throw it in there. Oh, it pissed me off. But yeah, they lowered the damage on it, and now they also changed it to like where the location is on the body, so that like if it's down or you know, in relations to you, so if it's like down on the floor and you jump, you'll take less damage, or if it's like up on a wall or ceiling and you lay down, you'll take less damage, which is pretty cool. I like that. And yes, they freaking nerfed it. Yes. Next, they added operation progress bar to the after action report pops up, you know, after the multiplayer matches. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you know those operations where you get your challenges and, you know, you get your Wookiee suit like I'm sporting right now. Now at the end of the freaking after action report, you can actually see right then, instead of like going, wait, did I get anything? And then you have to go into the operations and find it. Freaking awesome. They added the update. It's a cool little thing. Next, they added new multiplayer lobby music. I am all for they adding new music. I don't know if they made like a playlist or if they like completely swapped it out entirely, but oh my god. I always hate this about Infinity Ward games, that I have to listen to that effing music 24/7. So if they like change the music like every single update they do like once a month, that'd be better. Because they're it's kick-ass in the first month, but after the next 6 months, you fucking hate that song. So I'm glad that they switched it out. That's pretty cool. Next, I'm not too sure if this really matters to you, but apparently they added a new stick layout options for Southpaw. Me, personally, I just run Tactical, and that's about it, so I don't know what Southpaw really does, but they changed that. Next, they added 5 new prestige ranks to Extinction, which is pretty cool. I know my friend Laundry just plays that almost religiously, like he's already like maxed out and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. Now they also added custom lobby appearances for Extinction. And what did I tell you guys? In my last video where I talked about the DLC, I told you guys that they were going to do that. Because, you know, they had like 10 different kind of characters in that little trailer. So, yeah, now you can add Create a Soldier to your guy. You know, you can add a Wookiee suit and whatnot. I don't know if they're going to have separate challenges for that entirely, like, oh, if you want the Wookiee suit, you gotta lay prone with, you know, the VKS and something. I don't know if they're gonna just give you all your, appearance options that you've earned in regular multiplayer into Extinction, or if they're gonna have a separate thing, but I'm assuming that it's just gonna carry over, because Adding whole new clothes would just be ridiculous. But now that I hope they actually add in new clothes, since there is now it's also going to be an extinction. Hopefully they add clothes in the future. And there's some more things that I'm going to go ahead and skip over right now. Like they added some stability issues that were going on, so they fixed some stability issues. Next they also fixed some anti-cheat things. I'm not going to really get into that because it's mostly like stop duping and all that kind of weird stuff. And they also changed some things in esports. I don't know enough about esports to really say this is a good or bad thing, so I can't really give my opinion on it. But once again, if you guys want to look at this stuff, there's a link down below. You can read the whole freaking essay of the things that they changed. But let's go and get into the weapons and perk balancing. So first off, and this is a big one, Dead Silence and Amplify have been adjusted. Now, Dead Silence is going to be completely silent, including equipment, sliding, and footsteps. Me, I'm iffy on that. I think in Black Ops 2 they made it to where like you could still slightly hear it. I'm not too sure if completely dead silent is a good thing, but they changed it now, and apparently they said amplifier users can still hear a scaled down version of the footsteps sliding noises. See, I don't know if that means a scaled down version from dead silence, or if it's going to negate it. I think they really do mean like a scaled down version, and I don't like that at all. I think it should completely negate it. I think that's the most fairest thing, because right now, and I think before, Dead Silence was like the most overpowered thing. And it's ridiculous what they're doing with the sound things. But let's go to move on. Now they added slight kick to the AK-12. The view kick, not the actual recoil of the weapon, but view kick, so that when your gun's jumping around and whatnot, it looks like it's getting more recoil. So we'll see whether or not people like it or not. And as you can see, I kind of like that weapon. It's that gun and the Remington. Those are like my two favorite weapons right now, because they do the most damage. Also, they adjusted the reload times on the L115 and the USR. I don't know exactly how much longer they made it. I think I was running it yesterday when the update happened, and I really didn't notice anything. So we'll have to see whether or not, it's like, oh my god, it's way too long now. But it's not like, it's a submachine gun and you need that split second reload time. But they adjusted it. And now they reduced the burst fire cooldown of the MSBS, which I'm assuming, if I read this right and understand it correctly, that means that it's going to fire faster, which is okay. But I still think that, they should be careful with boosting the MSBS, because that was like the most overpowered assault rifle in the game. So they need to be careful when they're touching that weapon. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and talk about some additional fixtures that really don't have a category. First off, in Search and Destroy, the bomb plant and defuse timer no longer waits for you to swip weapons. So now you don't have to, swip your weapons and then, you're holding the bomb itself. So it just instantly starts defusing so that, it actually diffuses faster. So if you guys are like doing that whole, I'm going to wait for them to pick it up or see when they get over their thing, you better be a lot quicker, because it's going to start diffusing quicker. Next, they fixed the rare case of you losing your sentry gun when you actually die, and when it is being placed. So that's pretty cool. That happened to me a few times and it kind of pissed me off, but glad they're fixing it. Next, now the Matic Juggernaut and the Juggernaut Recon and the Micro Myers are now invisible to tracker and thermal sights, which is going to get a little weird, because on the new maps, when those things come out and it's kind of foggy, I wonder whether or not that's really going to affect the whole Micro Myers, Juggernaut thing scenario that's going on. Also, one thing that I'm so glad, they improved the audio. I don't know exactly what the word is, but basically they're fixing the audio in multiplayer, so I'm assuming it's going to have a lot better pinpoint accuracy, and if he's above you, below you, and all that kind of stuff. Also, they increased the XP earned for completing operations. Now, really quickly, I'm going to tell you some highlights of what they improved / nerf fixed in Extinction. First off, they fixed where the Trinity rocket issue where the laptop wouldn't close. If you guys know what I'm talking about when you call in the Trinity rocket wouldn't close, that sucks. It happened to me and my friends, and it really does suck. Next, they did improve the Leaper challenge, so that now it spawns near you. If you guys know that challenge, apparently like a random freaking alien spawns from one of the things, and like it's almost impossible to find, and it sucks because sometimes you can never find them. But now they made it easier, so it'll spawn closer to you, which is freaking awesome. And now they changed the death machine also, where now you can't obtain special ammunition. I know before I would upgrade my death machine all the way, then I would have one of my friends either throw explosive ammo or fire ammo, and then I would pick that up, and then that thing would just be a freaking death machine +2. So yeah. Also, they included or fixed the issue where when you get revived, you would default to your pistol back. And that always sucked. I thought that was like a super bad punishment for when you went down, but now we know that apparently that was an issue that they didn't want to happen, which is pretty cool. And then a few last things, they added a double XP icon to the Extinction lobby when double XP is actually going, and they tweaked the sentry gun and death machine abilities. I don't know if that means they're making sentry guns shoot slower or something, if they're making them better or worse, but I hope they don't mess with that death machine because I love them. So, yeah, guys, that's the end. Sorry for the video running long, guys, but there was a ton of stuff that I had to get out there because there was a ton of freaking really awesome, some important and some real sad changes that they made. But guys, there was a ton of stuff that I didn't get to. So definitely go down in the description and click the link where it says, you know, additional information here and read that because there was a bunch of stuff in there. There was a ton of esports and everything. Like, I missed a bunch of stuff. I just kind of really gave you the highlights. This is like the biggest patch that they've ever done. So if you guys want to learn more, honestly, go down in the description, click that link, and read it for yourself because there is a bunch of changes and some stuff may be important to you guys that I didn't get to. So yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. Like the video if you liked it, or if you found it helpful. Subscribe to me if you want to see more of my videos. Anyways, guys, I'm Monkey Chicken. That's all I really got. Peace.